As always, we vibing. We having that real talks. We're establishing dialogue that needs to be presented to the world. Not just the city, the world, Craig. The world. You need to hear this. You need this work. You need another real talks in your life. And today's real talks is oh so prevalent to the black community. And being a product of the black community, it's so important to the hip-hop community and any community that is a product of black culture. As melanated beings, globally, we have to preserve our culture. We have to preserve our freedom of expression as melanated beings. And we do so in the realm of creation, hip-hop, dance, rhythm and blues, jazz, even sports. You can see the divine expression of melanated beings through their culture. The culture is so beautiful. You can see the divine expression in every ethnicity through their culture. The difference with black melanated culture is it's always exploited. It's always faced with the possible culture vulture. And this is why I'm doing a video today, to talk about preserving the black culture, to talk about culture vultures, and to talk about critical thinking. Why am I doing this video? It's because I just saw a video of what I believe to be someone playing the role of culture vulture. Intentionally or unintentionally, I don't know. I'm talking about DJ Vlad. He played the culture vulture in my eyes when he said Dr. Sebi is as much as a doctor as Dr. Dre. Knowing Dr. Dre ain't never healed nobody in the realm of physical matters. You know, you take this, you ingest this substance, and you will feel better. That's not the field of Dr. Dre. So, you're poking fun, you're making jokes, you're laughing at a legend, a melanated legend in our community. Someone who has healed thousands of people through their own testimonies. Someone who we give credence regardless of you vultures trying to denounce him. See, this is the thing. Because we're so divine in our culture, niggas like DJ Vlad want to hop in our culture. And we so friendly, we let them in. We let them all in. Like, I don't hate DJ Vlad. I got love for human life. But you're going to respect the culture. You're going to respect melanated people and the people we revere. You're going to put some respect on Dr. Sebi's name, whether or not you agree with him being a doctor. So that's the first issue I have. The second issue I have is the mass appeal, the masses. You don't have to appeal to status claims, labels. You don't have to appeal to a nigga's profession to diagnose or to assess or to make deductions on that person's reason and ration and their logic and their knowledge. Lord Jamar hopped on Vlad's head because he was like, nigga, Vlad said, oh, he doesn't have a medical degree, so he's not a doctor. Well, that's how you quantify a healer or a doctor. For one, Dr. Sebi never said he was a doctor ever in his life. He was given that name because he healed people, so the village called him a doctor, for one. For two, how do you quantify doctor, Vlad? Do you just have to have a certificate? All I have to do to a nigga like Vlad and a nigga like y'all is show you a certificate. Oh, I got my bachelor's in education or whatever, and I'm a teacher. You're going to say, oh, he's smart. You don't have to ask me anything. You don't have to pick my brain. You don't have to make your own deductions of self. Because I have this degree, a lot of you non-thinkers will already appeal to that. You see somebody who has his doctorate and is a doctor, oh, he's smart automatically. They're constructed, they're institutionalized, yes. Because Sebi's not institutionalized, Vladdy's not knowledgeable in the healing realm, in the healing field. And three, lastly, well, that's the deductions. We talked about the culture vultures, Vlad. We want to elaborate on making deductions on Sebi. Do your own research on Dr. Sebi. Don't piggyback off my opinion, Lord Jamar's, Vlad's. Research yourself his methods, his ideas. His court case in '88 in which he won was tried for two different things. Practicing without a medical license, in which they couldn't prove because he never diagnosed niggas. Niggas who was getting diagnosed by Western doctors saying, oh, you got AIDS, you got cancer, there's nothing we can do. If you ain't noticed, Western medicine don't got cures for anything. They have, oh, this will temporarily relieve your pain, but you might have a bloody nose. Your ass might start itching. Your dick might start bleeding. We got side effects for temporary pains we have that will come back. We don't have any cure. So when Sebi professes he has cures, he's not saying he's creating shit through a lab. He's not saying he made anything. He's saying there's herbal remedies, natural herbal remedies. And this is where we use common sense. This is why I say you need your own deductive reasoning. You don't need to listen to me. Would you, if we have a creator, and he placed you in the land, and he placed other natural resources in the land, do you think he did that for your benefit? He or she, or it? Sebi's whole premise is eat foods native to where your people were indigenous from, and you will not develop sickness. That's his whole theory. Simple. And he's practiced it, and it's worked for thousands of people, and it's worked for himself as well. He didn't die from natural causes. He died. You heard, Hustle. They killed Dr. Sebi. He was teaching health. So, we got a little commotion. So you really just got to make self-assessments, man. That's what this is all about. A lot of niggas can't make self-assessments. Try it yourself. Cellular food, herbal food. Wean off the meat. Wean off things that weren't native to your land. See if it works. Don't piggyback off Vlad. Don't piggyback off me. But the main idea of this video is culture vultures. We won't tolerate culture vultures in 2019, 2020. Vlad, I heard you low-key apologize, but nigga, don't play with the culture. You will get ousted out this culture easily by people that look like me with a little bit of followers. Enough of niggas that look like me ousting you, you'll become Milli Vanilli in this motherfucker, nigga. But that's all I gotta say. Do your own research. Make your own deductions. Don't listen to anybody's word. You can be your own scientist when it comes to whether or not Sebi's valid to you, whether or not his case is valid. But that was the one. He wasn't diagnosing niggas, so they couldn't prove him practicing medicine, and they couldn't prove that he didn't heal people because they asked him to bring 9 niggas, he brought 75. And it was cellular food, so they couldn't quantify it as he cured them. So in the papers, they're going to say he didn't do anything. But he didn't get guilty, so that should tell you something. Don't think so westernized. Don't think so institutionalized. Break your institutionalized mind. Think outside of it. Assess assess individual thinkers. Assess Nipsey Hussle. He don't have an education. Assess what comes out of his mouth, whether it's light or wisdom. Assess Dr. Sebi, what comes out of his mouth, whether it's light or wisdom. There are people who are self-taught, who in my opinion are geniuses. It's the institutionalized niggas that struggle to think out the box. It doesn't fall under Western medicine, I can't hear it. It doesn't fall under the K through 12, I can't hear it. It's not thinking. That's piggybacking off someone else's thoughts. It's your boy Dane, man. Put some respect on our melanated legends. The culture needs to be protected. And if you have melanin, you have some association with the culture, whether you like it or not. You reflect the culture. Niggas like Vlad don't reflect the culture. We let them in the culture, and they violate. It's like you going to Africa or another country, and you practicing all your cultural norms in their culture. Nigga, that's disrespectful. Or you go to their culture, and they let you in the culture, but you make money off it. And you shame the culture while doing it. No, that's disrespectful. So Vlad, all you vultures, we not finna let y'all do that. And they always stain a legendary melanated name. They not finna give no Sebi no credit for that. They not finna give Malcolm credit for what he did. They not finna give nobody no credit as a melanated activist, as a melanated revolutionary. They will denigrate the shit out you, and that's what they're doing with Dr. Sebi. So when you see people doing it, you got to speak up. You got to check them. And you got to do your own research. That's the key. Don't listen to nobody. Do all the research for yourself. See if cellular food works for you. See if a high alkaline diet works for you. Don't listen to niggas. Even me. It's your boy Dane, man. Protect our legends. Protect our cultures. Culture vultures, we coming for you in 2019, 2020, nigga. So be ready.